So for those who are gonna be on YouTube later on, hello YouTube, hope you guys are doing amazing today. Last time we left off, we started with Tressa and Ulberich. Went through the first, I don't know if it was the entire first chapter of their story or if it was just a part of it. But we saw a little bit of their story. Right now I'm currently on my way to get her third character, which will be Ophelia, if I remember her name correctly. Quick reminder that the characters are not decided by me, they are decided by the roll of the dice. So I have no control over it whatsoever. So yeah, right now we are near Ophelia, I think. Unless I passed her? I think I passed her. God darn it. Let me see. Like she's right here. Oh, I didn't pass her, it's just a long... Okay. I need to go down, basically. Wait, sorry, what? Flame Grace is that way. But... Ophelia is in Flame Grace. This makes no sense. It's just like I have no control over my life. To a real story. Sheesh. I don't know for you guys, but for me it doesn't make sense that Flame Grace is on that side. Considering the map, but... Whatever.
Let us fight with honor.
Oh, this is loud for me, and also I have...
The battle is truly joined.
I have cracklings. Let me try and fix this. And have no sound! Awesome. Ah, technical difficulties. Always awesome. Alright, this does not work. Give me 1 second. Oh, I hear them pretty intensely. Okay, now it's fine. Hopefully my sound is fine. If I would have had an editor, I would ask him to edit this out, but hey, I'm poor, so... We're doing this the old-fashioned way. One cut, baby.
What to do?
Huh.
Now then.
I'm a little worried. Not gonna lie. Is the sound okay? Because I think it went a little low.
Have at you.
Excuse me, you're not weak to anything I have?
Here I go.
Nothing whatsoever. Uh-oh. Big uh-oh. At least Ulberich is doing his job as a tank, but the sound is fine. Why did he sit that way?
Thank you.
And I failed. Awesome.
Have at you. Have at you. Out of my way.
What to do?
I want your
Thank
money.
you.
$40? Not worse.
Cursed witchery. Huh?
Okay, this place is scary.
Use this.
Here I go.
Wait, my spear is actually boosted, so. Right, he's
My
blinded.
turn now.
That was my bad.
Cursed. Finally.
Come on, you can do it.
You got more than you bargained for.
Oh god. I don't understand. So technically this way would be the good way? Even though for my head it does not make sense, but hey.
Open for business.
Whatever.
Victory shall be mine.
Squirrels! Sorry, snow marmot? Whatever.
Ah!
Let's do this.
The battle is truly out of my way.
What to do?
No? Alright. What are you weak against then? What do I
Nice
have
try.
against them?
Here I
Absolutely
go.
nothing. I just thought that they were like squirrels or bunnies. They look more like bunnies, actually. Kind of like a mix of bunnies and squirrels. But, whatever.
Now then.
I forgot to check the level in this
Let's
place
do
again
this.
because I forgot. Oh, so it is bow.
The
Alright.
battle is truly
They're not too tough,
Victory
but they're
shall
tough
be
enough
mine.
that if I'm not careful, they can murder me.
What to do?
They're cute.
Time to
They're
close
cute.
up shop.
I was just wondering when they were. Alright. Come here, Ophelia. Let's get. Oh wow. It got expensive. Sure, why not? We're gonna murder
Let us
everyone.
fight with honor. Have at you. Ah!
Oh, okay.
Victory.
Dead.
The thrill of the fight.
I really don't know if I managed to beat them, if it does anything to my reputation or not. Oh wow, they got expensive. Silence and terror? Let me get 3 just in case. Silence, I can deal with that, but terror is kind of scary. Is there such a thing as reputation in this game? Yes, it is. You can actually restore your reputation at the tavern if it goes down too much. And it basically goes down by... Let me approach a little bit. Find my mic. Alright, so it basically goes down if you fail like a steal or a challenge or things like that. But I don't remember if there's something you can do other than paying for it. I don't know if there's something that you can do to increase your reputation. What the frack? Why Why do you have expensive stuff? I will beat you to a pulp. He's just a merchant, so it's fine. What do you want? Did you say I'm just a merchant? Exactly. That's why I'm gonna beat you. Sleep?
Now then.
Oh, there you go.
Now then.
You tried to rip me off with your
The
old
thrill of the fight.
coin, I think it was. Oh, I can't. Okay, so once I beat them, I can't purchase from them. Makes sense, I guess. Actually, let me equip that thing here. Wow. That's way better. Oof, my evasion goes down by a lot. Fess is a bully, she beats up the merchant competition. Yes! There's only one merchant, and it's me! Nah, it's not worth. She does need better equipment, though. Can I like bless you, Raish. Alright, I'm gonna get a better bow. That was all my money. But I do have a few things to sell, so. A fish tooth, sure. The old coin. I'm gonna keep the rest in case future characters needs equipment. I'll at least have some base. Just as the only one who can sell her wares. Yes. I'm confused by the layout of this place. So yeah, basically by talking to him you can restore your reputation right here, but you need to pay for it. And if I remember correctly, like the more you do it, the more expensive it gets.
Hell.
Oh yeah. Hell? Alright. Speed? Sure. Out of curiosity. Sure. I love a good fight. Prepare yourself for a beating. Haha. I knew it. People in Tyrant
Let us
always like to
with
fight.
honor. The battle is truly joined. Have at it.
Dead.
The thrill of the fight.
Did it just said you have my tanks? Excuse me, what? Okay. An ice stone. I am tempted, but I won't. Oops. I didn't want to go there. My bad. Ooh. I really want to know what's inside that house. I'm gonna buy everything just for the sake of it. I'm not cute. Christine or Ayer? She only has one. Whatever. You're a creep. That's why you're hiding there. Sorry, with a bottle that will blind a person and a bottle that will confuse a person, you're even more of a creep. Sheesh. Did I? Yeah, stones. Okay. Anything inside? Alright, let's see Ophelia's story, shall we? Hey girl. Liana, wait! I will perform the kindling in your stead. Sorry, I'm having trouble. As usual. Her name is Ophelia, and she is a cleric. Which might be very problematic, because we already have one useless character in her team, but whatever. In her home of Flame's Grace, the great cathedral towers above all. Within its sheltering walls, she spends her days in service to the flame. She has been helping Liana, her dear friend and sister, prepare for the kindling. A holy pilgrimage carried out once every 20 years. You hear that, Aqua? Sorry, what? So you're good that healers are useless? You hear that, Aqua? Well, Aqua also purifies and stuff, so I don't know. Some healers can be useful, but right now I have 2 support and 1 tank. I need some damage dealer in here. I don't remember actually. Is the max people in one team is 3 or 4 at a time? I don't remember. We'll see, I guess. But on the eve of Ileana's departure, tragedy strikes, and Ophelia stills herself to set out on the pilgrimage. Breaking the tradition of her faith in hopes of keeping her adopted family together, she will need brave allies on the path she has chosen. 4? Oh, so I can roll the dice again. Nice! Childhood, yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Show me her story. Yes?
Come in. May the sacred flame light your path on this fine day.
Actually, let me roll the dice so I know already who I'm gonna be getting while this plays out.
And may it ever shine its warmth upon you. How many times have we said those words? And yet, they seem to take on a whole new meaning now. Each day is one day closer to my departure. Perhaps I'm more nervous than I thought I was.
Of course I had to get someone that I still don't like. Ugh. What a hell of a support team. What's his name?
Liana?
Oh yeah, him. Alright. God damn. I got Cyrus.
You needn't worry about me. I was born to make the pilgrimage. My father did the same 20 years ago, As his daughter, I cannot let him down. You really are incredible, Liana. I don't know how you do it. What? As the Archbishop's only true-born daughter, everyone always expects so much from you. And yet you never fail them. Each of your sermons is more inspiring than the last.
If it had been the apothecary, then you'd be worried. Yeah, but still, I don't know.
And now, the pilgrimage.
I'm not sure about my
So
team.
much is placed on you alone. Don't be silly. I'm not alone. I have you, don't I? And everyone at the cathedral. Why, you're the one who helped me think of a topic for that last sermon, Ophelia. You even stayed up nights with me to draft it. A willing set of ears and a few pretty words, that's all I could offer you. I wish I could do something that would truly help you.
I have crackling when they speak and it's annoying me. I don't know if it's just me. Maybe my earphone is crackling. But, ugh.
Oh, abandon such worries and come, my sister. Father is expecting us in the chapel.
Happens from time to time. Alright. Is it me or this place is a bit too big considering the size of the character? Jesus Christ. Those walls. In the beginning, the 13 gods created the land. They shaped the mountains, filled the seas, gave life to mighty trees and myriad beasts. And then they created man, who would become masters of the land. Yet one god, Galdera, was too greedy to part with his creations. And so the 12 deities of good were forced into a desperate struggle with the cruel Galdera, lord of the most infernal magics. In the end, the conflict was brought to a close by Alfric, the Flamebringer, lord of all that is holy. Alfric called astral fire down upon Galdera, sapping his strength, and sealed him away in the afterworld. A divine flame to chase the shadows. This is the sacred flame that shines down on the land of Ostera, bringing warmth and guidance to its people. Is it me or churches are generally way too big and grandiose? They are, but I feel like this one's overkill.
There you are, my girls.
I don't know.
Your Excellency, may the sacred flame ever light your path. Have you need of us here, Father?
I wish to see you, that is all. Do carry on with your duties.
As you wish, Your Excellency.
It is as if the two of you have become women grown in but the blink of an eye.
Don't be a creep.
How long has it been, Ophelia, since you came to us?
Please don't be a creep.
15 years, Your Excellency, or near enough so.
15 years. I suppose it is little wonder that you have grown so.
I was but an orphan, Your Excellency, starving and sickly. I would not have lived to see this day if you had not taken me in. I may not have said it enough growing up, but my heart is full of gratitude for all that you have given me.
No need for such words, my child. We all follow the path the flame illuminates for us.
Come on, Feely. We're family. You, Father, and I. There's no need to be so formal about it. Why should you have to thank us for being with you? That's what family's for. Of course. You're right, Liana. And besides, Father may be a great archbishop in here, but we both know he's just an old layabout at home. Isn't that right, Father?
An old layabout? Oh, you wound me, Liana.
I know your duties at the cathedral keep you busy, Father, but honestly, you're no help at all when it comes to keeping a household running. Would it kill you to cook a meal or dust the bookshelves from time to time?
Oh my. When you put it that way, I suppose I am quite useless after all.
So even the great and beloved Archbishop falls short in the discerning eye of his daughter.
So it
I'm
would
trying
seem,
my best not to
Ophelia.
skip all of this, guys.
So it would seem. Now, tell me, Liana. Are you prepared for your journey to the Cave of Origin?
But of course, Father. I am ready.
Why do I feel like she's gonna die?
In the deepest recess of that cave is where you will find the first flame. You will take the ember to the churches across the realm, where it will serve to light the sacred fires that warm and protect all the lands. This is the kindling, the time-honored rite held without fail once every 20 years since the days of old.
Why once every 20 years? Why not like once every 10 years to make sure that the flame never goes out? I don't know.
Your journey will
Just
not
to be
be
safe.
an easy one. As soon as you step foot into the wilderness, you will be met with lawless villains and savage beasts. Yes, many a servant of the church has made this journey throughout our history. Some have never returned.
And you know, if you do it more often, you're gonna clear the beast more efficiently and more quickly, so that every time you go to that path, it's less dangerous. But whatever.
But I know you can do this, my daughter.
I'll give the
Everyone has
church
put
person an
their
escort.
faith in you.
To test her, I guess. Like she's not worthy of the
You
flame
have my
if
word,
she
Father.
can't
I won't let you. I won't let anyone down.
if she can't do that by herself.
I will carry out the rite, just as you did 20 years before.
Very good, my child. Very good.
He's dying.
Father? Are you all right, Your Excellency?
It's nothing to worry yourselves over. Just my years announcing their advance.
That
You mustn't sound so gloomy, Your Excellency.
doesn't sound good.
There is still so much we would learn from you before we let you call yourself Archbishop Emeritus. Ophelia is right, Father. Like she always is.
I'm sorry, by the way, for my mouth tracking. My mouth was fully closed and it kept moving. So I don't know what's going on. Just please try to ignore it.
You should retire for the day and let your body recuperate. We can handle things from here. We will let the Pontiff know that you are resting in your chambers, sir.
When my two girls insist, who is this old man to deny them? I will leave the preparations for today's service to you.
We will take care of everything, Your Excellency. I'll see Father back to his chambers.
I have to force my lips down to each other so that my mouth does not move. Stupid tracking!
Thank you, Liana. I will see to our duties here. Well then,
I suppose I had best start preparing for the next service at once. Oh my. What is a child doing here all alone? He's evil. He's bad. Don't come near. What is the matter, child? Oh god, please don't. It's my mama! She's gone and I can't find her anywhere. Okay. Come back, mama! Don't leave me here all alone! Kill it.
won't you come with me?
Now. Let's try those tears. Why don't I help you look for your mother? She went to find you a new snow daddy? Excuse you, what? Can you find her?
Of course.
Of course, my child. The sacred flame will show us the way. Though I should be preparing for the service. No. I simply cannot abandon this poor boy. If I hurry, I should still be able to finish everything in time. The nights are cold. Sheesh. Alright, this allows each character's unique blah blah blah. Yes, we already went through this. Okay. I don't remember what's her
Good day.
specialty, but we'll figure it out. The holy blue fire of Elfrix protect us and leads us through the darkness. Dear God. Alright, sorry, I was trying not to burp in the mic. Especially how close the mic is. Excuse me, I just finished eating too, so yeah. There are rumors, however, of heretics who worshipped the black flame of evil. Evil, you say? Okay. Oh boy. Guide. Guide this individual, sure. The flame guide your path. Really? You really help me find her? Do I have to?
Hello.
Many worshippers come to this cathedral to receive the guidance of the secret flame. I'm sorry, but I've seen treasures, and those are more important than your mommy. I have priorities.
Well,
We in the Church of the Sacred Flame worship the god Alfric. I'm not sure if I say his name right, but whatever. I'm going for it. We also revere the Sacred Flame, the enduring symbol of his holiness. Oh, okay. Nothing in here? I don't know how hard it is to guide people, so I don't know if one is like a lot, especially at my level. It's fine. Alright, where the frack is your mommy? I guess she's not in the church, so. Ow. Ow.
grand.
The sheer splendor of the cathedral always takes my breath away. Okay.
How'd you do?
Welcome to the great cathedral of Flamesgreen. Ah, it itch. Sorry about that. My foot itched. Alright. Welcome to the Great Cathedral of Flamesgrace. While my chair is cracking. Oh, you're here for the church service. Is that your mom?
Mother! Young man!
There you are!
Oh!
Sister Ophelia! How can I thank you for taking care of this little troublemaker of mine? And you! How many times must I tell you not to wander off on your own?
Actually,
Pray do not scold the poor boy. He was so brave and good this whole time. Ugh.
Thank you so much.
You are too kind, Sister Ophelia. I know how busy you are with your duties at the chapel. Thank you for helping me despite that. It is no wonder that the Archbishop is so proud of his two daughters. Two daughters? Surely, you must know that he is forever boasting of you and your sister Liana, both.
truly?
He does?
But of course.
Almost every time I speak to almost every time I speak to him. Come along now. Thanks, Sister Ophelia, then it's back home with you. Keep the child away.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Ophelia. Also, that voice does not fit the, the character at all. It was my pleasure, child. But do try to stay with your mother in the future, yes? Like, the child is like 8 years old and he has the voice of a grown-up.
I see.
Your Excellency. I will do all I can to be the daughter you would want me to be. I guess puberty, it's younger here.
Might.
I might have a moment, sister. Actually, I wanted to see if I could guide other people. Who are you? You look
Of
sussy.
course.
Yes? Might I be of some service, my good sir? Will you know where I might find His Excellency the Archbishop? May I ask who is looking for him?
Ah.
Pray forgive my lack of manners. My name is Matthias, a trader with the Leoniel Consortium. I don't know how to say it, sorry. The Archbishop has generously deigned to engage in a transaction of sort with us. Why does that
Well,
sound
then.
kind of sussy? Is he mafia? Is he there to kill the Archbishop? Is this the reason why the Archbishop is sick? He poisoned him? And he's here to finish the job? I think sorry guys, I think I have a problem. I'm really tired, so I guess it makes me, I don't know. Imagine things that are very dark. A traitor? I see. It's an honor to meet you, sir. I am Sister Ophelia.
Oh.
Oh, so you are Sister Ophelia. I've heard so much about you. When the Archbishop contacted me to request my services, he spoke much of his two daughters. Stranger danger. I also heard that Sister Liana will be the next flame bearer. The realm is blessed to have such loyal servants. It is, as a matter of fact, to equip your sister for her forthcoming journey that the Archbishop has summoned me here today. Okay. Is that so? We are much obliged for your support.
No.
Take nothing of it, good sister. It is the duty of the faithful to serve the church, as the church so tirelessly serves us.
No.
Do they? Sister Ophelia! You must come at once! Ah! Sorry. She asked me. She asked me to. Whatever is the matter? The Archbishop's dying.
It's a disaster!
Oh my god, chill. Oh, Sister Ophelia, it's the Archbishop! His Excellency has collapsed! Uh-oh.
But how could...
What? I will come at once. Also, it's very quiet today. Master Matthias, forgive me for abandoning you when you have journeyed so far, but...
No, no.
Do not spare a moment's thought for me, sister. Pray go to the Archbishop's side at once. Am I still the only one thinking that he's kind of sissy? I don't know. I feel like he did something to the Archbishop.
Forgive me.
I'm talking about the chat. Oh, it's sissy, alright. Alright, so it's not just in my head. I thank you for your understanding, sir. Please excuse me. What did you do? He's evil. He's evil, for sure. There's something with him. Oh, there's something with him. Ouch. Either that or he's trying to get with the cute
Your
cleric.
Excellency!
Why not both?
Ophelia, please! Please, take a moment to breathe.
Okay.
Forgive me, Liana, but His Excellency...
What His Excellency needs most now is rest. Please try not to excite him.
Sorry, but the choice of word here. Dear God.
Of course. Forgive me.
Anna?
Yes, Father?
The pilgrimage. The sacred flame.
Do not worry yourself, Father. I will perform the rite without fail, just as you taught me.
That is going to hear.
Dead.
Father? Father!
Worry not, Sister Liana. He is only resting.
Are you sure he's just resting? He looks pretty dead to me.
Liana,
Sister Liana, are you not well?
Those pixels aren't moving much. I know, right?
I'm fine.
It's like, don't worry, his heart is just resting. He's not dead. His heart is not fully stopped. It's just resting a little bit. Like, uh-huh.
I think I just need some fresh air. Liana. I know she is trying to act strong before
I
the
feel bad
others.
because I really wanted to guide people before this happened, but whatever.
I worry for her. I should be by her side at a time like this.
Alright. Can I save and then come back? Or is it gonna... It's gonna force me to keep going with the story. I need to find a save. Where is the nearest save? 'Cause I feel like if I leave this area, I'm done for. Excuse me, what? There's a jail there? Alright. I don't know why I was so... so surprised about it, but okay. Alright, let's save. I don't know if she can recruit, because it just says to guide, but I don't understand to guide to what. You know, like the boy was to guide to his mother, but for the others, I don't...
Yes.
Restore health. I guess the guide is actually... recruiting? Sweeping slash. What do you have? Prayer? Let the flame guide your path. Sister Ophelia, I am honored that you would provide me with your divine guidance. Alright, girl. Let's freeze everything over. Do I have equipment for her? Sorry, what? Okay, there you go. I'll take that as a no. Alright. Is it a sketchy guy or it's Ophelia? I'm not sure. Not Ophelia. Liana. I'm not sure. Oh, it's the girl.
Liana, how are you feeling? Ophelia?
You know, I find it ironic that on my way to Ophelia was Cyrus, and we just went past him, and now I need to go back for him after this.
Liana? What am I to do, Ophelia? Father! My father is... Liana.
You have to respect the dice, yeah. But I said like, alright, we're gonna ignore Cyrus, but now I
feel so scared, so
I need to go
angry that
back.
I feel like my heart might just burst.
Let's ignore Cyrus. Oh, never mind. Let's go back. Otherwise, when you play D&D, you'll only get natural ones. That's rude.
But if I fall to pieces now, everyone will lose hope. I must be strong. And soon, I must depart on the pilgrimage. The rite cannot be put off any longer. There are centuries of tradition we must obey. But leaving my father behind, without even knowing if I'll ever see him again.
He's gonna be fine.
Don't despair, Liana. We are together in this. We will find a way.
At the same time, I'm wondering, did the father going into that pilgrimage 20 years ago actually cause his health to degrade faster than it would? Or is it just a coincidence? Kinda wondering.
Ophelia.
I'm accusing him of sussy stuff without knowing him. Maybe the father's just old. I'm not accusing him of sussy stuff. He went to the pilgrimage 20 years before. They said it. For the he was a flame bearer 20 years ago. So I'm asking, like, was that pilgrimage actually affected his health to a point where it decreased the number of years that he would live? Or is he just, like you said, or is he just old? Because the way he spoke, it was like, oh, the year are hitting me quicker than it should, or that I thought it would. So that's why I'm kind of wondering. Healthier because of all the walking? Yeah, but with all the monsters? I don't know. It has been 15 years since His Excellency took me in. My family lost in the war. I was left with nothing, and no one to care for me.
Now then.
Do not despair, Ophelia. From today, we are your family. That was quick. This is Liana, my daughter, your new sister.
Hey.
My name is Liana, but you can call me Anna if you'd like. Honestly, if you want to shorten that name, I would have said Leah, but sure.
Huh?
What's the matter with her?
Oh.
Stop hating on the names. Hey, I'm not the one hating on the names for most part. Especially on the second Octopath. There's somebody else in here that is hating on the names. What was the huntress name? Or Shet? Dear God. Yeah, arigato! Hey, Shibi!
Oh, snap.
Oh, snap! Thank you so much for the resub. How are you doing, Shibi? Oh, snap! Right. Liana, I'm afraid that Ophelia has gone through something very sad. Yeah, she saw everybody she loves die. That's not sad, that's traumatizing. So let us see what she is... so let us see that... Yeah, so let us see that she is cheered once more. I'm sorry, my brain. I don't know what happened there. Together, in the light of the sacred flame, we will find happiness.
Yes.
Yes, Father. I'll be the best sister ever, Ophelia. And she's like, no. I like Father, not you. My first days in the Archbishop's home. I kept to my room and spoke to no one. It was she who brought me out of my shell. Liana, my best friend, my sister. If I were her, I would have...
Hey, Billy. Don't you want to go outside?
I would have took all of the blankets and pillows, and I would have used those bedposts to create the giant, the most amazing and biggest pillow fort ever created. and that would have been my safe space. Oh well.
Oh, I know.
I missed pillow forts. I haven't done one in so
There's
long.
someplace I just have to take you. What?
Actually, I just remembered the last time I made a pillow fort. I remember why I stopped making them. It's because I used like a very big stereo to keep the blanket in place. And when I went inside the pillow fort, well, the blanket fort, I should say, the stereo fell on my head. And I got traumatized. And I was like, never again. It was a really big stereo too. It was kind of heavy. It was the big one with where you put cassette on in it. But yeah, it hurt my head for a few days, like 2 or 3 days. And I felt super ashamed.
Where are we going?
It was a stereo from the 90s.
It's just a little further. Come on, we're nearly there.
I think I was probably like 8 or something like that. I don't quite remember, but yeah, I remember it fell on my head and I was traumatized.
Here we are. What is this place? It's my favorite place in all the world.
That church is way too much.
Maybe it could become your favorite place too.
It's not a church, it's a castle. Jeez.
Hmm? It's beautiful. Isn't it though? That's why I love it here.
It's alright.
Here, Feely. This is for you.
I think it's alright just because the view that we're supposed to see that is beautiful is very blurry. It would look way better if it wouldn't be blurry. It'll be nice with a cup of warm cocoa. You said that and you still haven't drank the cocoa I bought you.
So now,
It's no
won't you
longer
play with
good.
me?
I'm mad. Drink your cocoa. So at work they had those mugs, those special Christmas mugs that are very tall. And inside they had a mix of hot cocoa, but it was hot cocoa from how can I say that? Like different flavors, and the one that I bought for Raish was made with Iro? I don't know how to say it, but a chocolate bar basically. Mine was after 8, so it was like a minty hot cocoa, and his is more like a bar of chocolate flavor, I guess, or something like that. But he still didn't drink it, and I'm pretty sure it's no longer good. Makes me sad. It was expensive.
Still no. Feely, are you
Right.
crying?
If I remember correctly, it cost me like $15 or something like that. Maybe a little bit less because I bought it on sale. But yeah, it was expensive.
No, I'm not. I'm not crying. Good to hear it. We're going to be the best of sisters, Feely. I just know it. I'd like that too, Liana. Then it's settled. Oh, next time I'll teach you my favorite game. And then?
Let's make a pillow fart! And try not to get killed by a stereo. After I lost my family, I was convinced it was my fate to be alone and miserable for the rest of my days. But Liana brought me out from under the dark cloud and gave me the strength to start living again. Why not go together to the pilgrimage?
I'm sorry.
Make things easier. I'm sorry for running off like that. I will return to Father's side and stay with him as long as I can.
Yes.
Are they wearing the same thing? That's kind of creepy. Pray do that, Liana. He will rest all the easier knowing you are with him. You didn't remember Ophelia's opening was so long? Everyone's opening is kind of long. But I feel that because it doesn't have much going on, like no fight or anything, it feels longer maybe? I don't know. The Archbishop's illness weighed heavier on Liana's than anyone else.
And yet...
She must hide that from all around her. I hope that Sara's story is a little bit more entertaining. No offense, this one's kind of boring. I'm gonna take Pearl's side on this one. It's boring. Tomorrow she is to set out to gather the ember from the Cave of Origin.
In that case...
If I were to gather the ember in her place, Liana could stay by her father's side. Of course, I cannot bear to leave him either. And if someone else were to gather the ember, that same person will have to go on the pilgrimage and complete the rite. To say nothing of straying into that cave without the church's blessing. I'd get more than just a stern lecture, that is for sure. I'm thirsty. As I recall, the Cave of Origin lies within the foothill to the east of here. Alright, I need to drink. My mouth is dry. Super dry. Alright. Also, once again, Matthias, where is he? He's kinda sus. Excuse me. So, yeah, and so I must gather the ember, that I might perform the kindling in my sister's stead. This with the other sussy bakas. Okay. This is the path that I have chosen. I alone must go. Even so, you would lend me your aid? I thank you, kind traveler. Surely the flame has guided you to my side. Now let us make for the Cave of Origin. It lies in the hills to the east of town. Right now I should probably be able to equip her, right? There we go. Ordinary at it's already equipped. Robe. Since she's the healer, I kinda need her to be quick in case I need I need like a super quick healing. Alright. I just want to know her skills. Holy Light and Healing Wounds. Inflict damage that is light and... alright. Which side am I going? Wait, did I lose my... Did I lose my Ice Lady? Give me back my Ice Lady. Hoy, what are you doing here? First of all, I'm gonna steal stuff. That's still buy. Sorry. Oh wow, that's expensive. Never mind. Bring your ass. Is that still if you pay for it? True. She's the one stealing, considering she increased the price. That's kind of tempting, but I'll refrain. BP? Alright. That could be nice. A traditional dancer garb? That's gonna be for Primrose later. Which... I haven't rolled her, and sadly our fourth one is Cyrus, which means Primrose is gonna be way later once I'm done with the story of the others. So I'm kinda wondering if it's worth it. I'm gonna get this one though. Because I highly doubt that I can put the dancer attire to Ophelia. That would be kinda weird. Other things that... Alright. Actually, let's save that. I don't want to have to go through that story again. It was kind of long. Took an hour. Jesus. Alright. Treasure!
Let us fight with honor. Have at you.
Wait, what's her second weapon? God.
What to do?
It hurt.
My turn now.
She only used a cane? Sure. Also, I guess I lost my Frost Lady. If she's not there.
I'll do my best.
So I'm not sure what the guide thing is for.
What to do?
Victory shall be mine.
I'll do my best. Let's. I won't hold back. Here I go.
Have at you. I am ready. With each battle, I grow stronger.
It's because you can summon them in battle. Sometimes you need to bring them to a specific spot, and others you can use it as a recruit. I'm not sure. I mean, she is with us, so maybe you're right. Maybe I need to, like, when I'm in fight, summon her. Otherwise, she's not there. Also, I want that chest. Ooh, money.
Open for business.
Victory shall be mine.
At the same time, I don't really want to summon right now because I feel like it would be a waste.
I'll do my best.
Oh, she's quick. Alright, she's real quick.
Here I go.
Have at you.
I'll not be defeated.
What to do? How is that?
I'm gonna wait for a boss to test the summon thing. Wait, I can go down or up? Do I want to go up? Something tells me I want to go up. Curiosity. No, it's nothing there.
There is no choice.
The battle is
My turn now.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
now then.
I'll do my best.
The battle out of my way.
Well then,
Slowly but surely. There we
I'm
go.
not made for such battles.
There really was nothing here. It was just for the view. Okay. Well, that's insulting. Oops, let me save.
This is...
The Cave of Origin. Also, there's a treasure. This cave houses the first flame. The fire that Alfric himself brought down from the heavens. I must bring it back. Okay. Sister Ophelia, I'm certain you know this well, but I feel compelled to speak. This is a place of true danger. Please, be sure that you are prepared before entering. Wow. They just put two guys there so I can recruit them. Awesome. Awesome. Just... Wow. Oh, thank you. I'll keep my ice lady. Level 4? Please, I have 2 level 9 with me. You always need some extra help. Are you insinuating something here, Raish? Are you saying that perhaps I am bad at video games?
Let us fight with honor.
Wolves!
My turn now.
Have at you.
I'll do my best.
There we go.
Here I go.
Have at you.
I'll do my best.
Please don't die. Okay.
My turn now. Thank you.
48. Better than
Victory
nothing.
shall be mine. With each battle, I grow stronger.
You know, at the same time, I have to admit, I know I hate the team that I have, but at least their ability is not repetitive. You know, like I don't have Therion with me making the still kind of
Ready
repetitive.
or not, here I come.
Victory shall be mine.
Although I feel like maybe Scrutiny will be a little useless. I don't know. We'll see. What are those things?
Out of my way.
Ah!
Okay. Ooh, that hurt.
My turn now. Ugh. Well then,
I'm a bit concerned.
what to do?
Okay, so I'm guessing it's only.
Ah!
Did you know victory shall
be mine.
shall be his? Yes, I guessed it.
Ah!
Please stop.
Well then.
Wow.
Ah!
Wow. I don't want to use magic, but they're kind of forcing me to.
My turn now.
Alright, fine.
Now then. Use this.
Here I go. Thank
Please
you.
don't fail. Thank you.
Have at you.
Wow.
What to do? I won't hold back.
Nah, it's a bit overkill. Maybe 3. There you go.
Well then. Oh, sacred light. Let's do.
Now then.
Alright, I don't have any left.
I'll do my best.
4. She's so strong. She deals 4 damage.
Have at you.
God.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
This might be a problem though. I don't want to use her magic. Because I might need to depend on it a little bit. Alright, where was I? What was I doing? Was I going down? I don't remember. I was going up. Also, there's so many chests that I'm missing. I've seen monsters before, but nothing like the creature in this cave. They have to protect the flame. Come to think of it, why do I feel as though someone or something is watching my every move? Maybe, you know, Matthias? Just saying. He's sus. Screw the chest. I'm just gonna go for it. I'll come back another time, worst case scenario. Hello there, friend. You are expensive. May I steal from you? No, I can't. God darn it. Ori, who does threaten in these halls, I ask, art thou fit to delight in the flames and showing the path of all humanity? I the great kitty overlord, I am the worst of reading this type of dialect.
What?
I possess the smallest and smoothest brain of all. This voice. I am the guardian of the first flame. Sorry, what? If thou wouldst call in thyself the flame bearer, thou must prove in thyself worthy. Watch out, big scurry talking fire. Ah! What the frack?
Here I go.
Excuse me, sir? What?
Now then.
Alright, let me, nom. Oh, okay.
I'll do my best.
Ouch! Are you kidding me? Instead of using ice, you just slapped him with your
then.
cane? I'm offended. There you go.
The battle is truly joined.
Nice.
Let's do this.
Damn it. Just because I'm afraid for her.
Let me help.
Priorities.
Victory shall be mine.
The best kind of priorities.
Out of my way.
I'll do my best.
Wait. Does this do anything to him? It does hurt him, but it's not weakness. Okay.
What to do?
I want to steal from you. Whoa! Okay, that hurts.
The
That was,
battle is truly joined.
worrying.
I think not.
My turn now. No, you will not.
You can slap him if you want. There you
Here
go.
I go.
Could have slapped him with ice, but hey, whatever.
What to do?
Are you kidding me? I could have just attacked him and I just wasted a turn because I didn't read the thing properly. For fuck's sakes.
My turn now. No, you will not.
She goes back in front every
The
time.
battle is truly joined.
That's why, okay.
I think not.
God darn.
Have at you. I play.
My turn now.
Summon!
My turn now.
May you be wrecked by the power of ice! No, I'm gonna wait actually before healing her. Although, she's kinda low, but... Screw it.
My turn now. Let your wounds be healed.
Victory shall be mine.
Do I want that? I mean... Sure.
Let's do this.
good. I got afraid for
My
a
turn
second,
now.
but we're good. 32.
Now then.
My turn now. Here I go! What to do?
Slowly getting there.
The battle is truly joined. Out of my way!
I'll do my best.
Come back here.
My turn now.
Ouch. Why is such a pain in my ass? Oh, okay.
Now then.
Well then, prepare yourself. I'll do my best. Oh, sacred light.
Now then.
Let's go with that again.
My turn now.
51. Alright.
I won't hold back. Let's
God
do
darn.
this.
I kinda want to try, but at the same time, I'm afraid.
Well then,
Victory shall be.
let's do this.
Screw it, I'm going for it.
Thank you.
Nice!
The battle is truly joined.
Excuse me, what?
My turn now.
Um... I feel like if I kill them, he's just gonna respawn them. Oh god.
Oh, sacred light.
I'll try to kill at least 2. 3 more turns. Before what? Before I lose?
Ah!
Ow! My face!
Now then.
Hi!
Use this.
I'll get my money's worth. Well then. Let your wounds be healed.
Maybe there are little bomber flames. I'm worried.
My
Why
turn.
would they count turns?
Oh, sacred light.
Also, it's still alive.
Now then. I will cut you down!
What to do?
I'm worried.
What to do?
My turn now. I'll do my best. Oh, sacred light.
What to
Alright,
do?
they're gone. So there's that. Still wonder what that timer was about. Sorry. Oh, blindness. Okay. Might as well break him.
Now then.
Well then.
Here I go!
Oh, sacred light.
Oh, wow.
The battle is truly joined. Out of my way!
My turn now!
I got a bad feeling.
My turn now!
The battle is truly joined. Out of my way!
My turn now.
Let's
Alright.
do this!
Technically, he's almost dead.
Well then.
There!
Have at you.
Never mind.
Ah!
Ouch!
Now then. Out of my way!
What a nice breeze.
There we go. We're good.
You got more than you bargained for.
Shadow Soulstone. Okay.
This is.
The first flame of Alfric. The fire he brought down from the stars. It's so beautiful. As brilliant as the stars burning into the night sky. Philia, thou hast been judged worthy to burn the sacred flame. Fuck that. Give me your hand and I'll show you the power of the flame. There you go. A lanthorn. This must be it. This is a sacred lantern used in the kindling. Alfric's lanthorn.
Liana.
Please, forgive me. She would have died, let's be honest here. I must hasten back. She would have been dead, for sure. Like, all alone? Please.
Liana!
How is His Excellency? Dead.
Oh,
He is sleeping still, but he seems to be resting more easily now. Where have you been, Ophelia? Everyone was worried about you. Oh, you know, I just
you see...
killed a big monster and got the flame. Liana, there's something I must tell you.
Oh.
My daughters.
Father? Your Excellency.
My apologies.
Forgive me, my girls, for making you worry so. Honestly, if you voice act the first word, at least voice act the whole thing. Jesus Christ. Do not look at me with such sad eyes, Liana. I will be well again before...
Father?
Dead. Oh,
yes.
damn it. I will be well again before long. But now is not the time for such worries. To write. It's done. I got the flame. She simply cannot bear it. Dearest Liana, here goes.
Your Excellency.
I must speak with you.
Yes.
What is it, Ophelia?
Yes.
I would go on the pilgrimage and complete a kindling in Liana's place.
What?
That's Alfred Slenthorn? Ophelia, you
Ophelia.
dirty witch. Your Excellency, you're aware that it is a grave sin for one to enter the Cave of Origin without the Church's permission. I am, Your Excellency.
Ophelia...
But why?
Liana.
Leave us now. I will speak with Ophelia alone.
No!
But father!
Yes.
Worry not. I will not punish your sister, Liana. But there are matters we must discuss.
I understand.
I understand, father. Just don't be too hard on her, okay? Okay. I love that
At least it would seem you came through your ill-advised journey in one
I love that we
piece.
still didn't see Matthias at all. There's something weird with him. I'm calling it right now. Like, why was he there and now disappear and never talked about him ever again? Like, what the fuck?
I did, Your Excellency.
Also, I'm thirsty again.
And I can assume you set out with no preparation to speak of. For all your quiet dignity.
I am sorry, Your Excellency.
Feels like, and you know what? I came in with two weirdos I met on the road. Actually, it will be more like a knight and a very weird girl. Sorry, a special girl.
Oh, Ophelia. I only hope that this kindness of yours will not be your ruin.
Your Excellency?
Just two weirdos. Alright, alright.
You journeyed to the Cave of Origin so that Liana might stay here with me, did you not? I will inform the Pontiff that there has been a change in
hot.
plans, and that you will perform the kindling in Liana's stead.
Alright, sorry about that. I was hot.
Speak with your sister and learn what she has these many months. Your instruction will be abbreviated, but I know you are up to the task.
Your Excellency.
Your kindness brings warmth and light to all around you, Ophelia, just as does the sacred flame.
Your Excellency,
Ophelia, when I first took you in, I had a dream.
I had a dream of a great country filled with kittens, all here to share love and affection and candies and coffee. I really need coffee, guys. I'm dying. I think I'm gonna make coffee soon.
a dream, Your Excellency?
I feel like I'm about to
A
pass
dream
out.
of you, bearing the flame into the world. Looking back now, I realize it was an omen of what was to come. Liana is a fine daughter, my pride and joy. She has served as a daughter of the Church far better than I had any right to expect. But I know that it has not come easily to her. She has given up much of her true self to be who she must be for the Church. I have not yet told Liana, but I fear that I am not much longer for this world.
But Your Excellency, the healer said...
I trust that I know my body better than any other.
Your Excellency...
Oh, Ophelia. I am so proud of you and Liana both. Promise me that you will love one another forever.
Your Excellency, Father, please, please don't leave us.
He's dead.
Thank you, Ophelia.
He's for sure dead.
And with that, I should be off. Do take care.
Take care yourself. I think Father was looking a little better today, don't you? We nearly had to tie him to his bed. He so wished to be here too.
It's good to know he's acting more like himself again.
What's the power of the flame was bringing him down, and now that Ophelia got it, he's fine? Sorry, I'm reading too much into this, but I feel like there's something here that is not being said. Oh well.
Ophelia, I owe you an apology.
Whatever for, Liana?
When I first heard that you would go on the pilgrimage in my stead, to tell you the truth, I was relieved. The thought that I could stay here with Father instead of worrying about the kindling. I knew you would be putting yourself in great danger, and yet, I was so happy. Can you forgive me, Ophelia?
Yeah. Let me join my weirdos.
Oh, please. I am the one who should apologize. I have no right to be here and, well...
Whoops, sorry.
I know that you only wanted to
Trigger
help
happy.
me. And knowing that you will perform the rite in my stead makes me happier than
Sorry.
anything.
Thank you, Liana. And so my journey begins. To Saints Bridge, Goldshore, and finally back to Flamesgrace. Light the flames in each town. Perform the kindling as our forebears have. I'll be gone for a while. But if ever you or Father need me, pray send for me at once.
Thank you, Ophelia. Really do take care of yourself, okay?
Let us see how Saintsbridge in the Riverlands treats me. Till we meet again, dear sister. May the sacred flame light your path.
Is it on my way? I'm kind of wondering now.
And may it ever
I need to
shine
check
its
the map.
warmth upon you.
Show me the map! And so, the cleric set out on a journey never meant to be hers. She must complete the kindling, the holy rite carried out every 20 years, to be able to return to the beloved family she wished to protect. Where will this unexpected journey lead her? Only the gods may know. Alright, let me check the map. Because I need to go back, so. I have quests here too. No. Oh, I can't? Alright, cool. Asselden? Oldberg is all the way over there. Excuse me. I just wanna... Saintsbridge is all over there. Damn. Okay. Level 22, 23, and 27, I think it was. Yeah. Alright, so I need to go back for him. What's the best way to do? I guess I can teleport there and move up, because I don't really want to deal with frozen stuff, or I don't know. Also, I'm dying. Nice. Where is... Wait, can I... I can't. Okay. You mean the snow marmots? Yeah, that and the, snow fox, I think it was. Okay, so that's the tavern. I have a quest there, and there.
Hello.
There it is. How nice to meet you. To meet with a new face. I am Miles. I was recently done the great honor of being appointed to the Knights Ardent. Sure. Actually, I don't care. Just give me the quest and. Oops, sorry. And move on. Alright. Bleh. Damn it, this one actually costs something. It's fine. We'll sleep. Oh, excuse me, I'm really tired. Oof. Okay, there's one there, and there's one up somewhere here, like in the tavern, I'm guessing? Yeah. Do you guys want me to do the side quests on stream or off stream? I'm not gonna do it right now, but just to know if I need to keep some time for it or not. Can I go this way? Oh no, that's the path of origin. Whoops, sorry. My bad. Yeah, sorry. Alright. Still got our frozen lady. God damn it.
I will battle.
Excuse me, what?
My turn now. Well then. Ah!
The battle is truly... Victory shall be mine.
Let's do this! Well then. Well then. There!
Now then.
Let's do this!
Wow.
What to do?
The battle is truly joined.
My turn now. I'll not be defeated.
Tired.
Victory shall be mine.
Here I go! Thank you!
I feel us bonking everyone. Because they've been horny.
What to... You got
She
more than
bunks
you
the horny
bargained for.
ones. It's up? Okay, I guess I can't read a map. Because it makes no sense. It's literally down and I'm like, here. But it tells me it's up. Like, excuse me? What? I don't know. Alright, you know what, guys? I'm gonna do a quick BRB. I'm gonna make myself a coffee because I'm dying. Can you not teleport back? I feel like it will be longer. So, yeah, quick BRB. I'm gonna make myself a coffee. Enjoy the music in the meantime. And for those who are not subscribed, well, you can have a little commercial. I'm sorry. But yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I am back. Strawberry jiggly cake? Ooh. I'm jealous. My coffee's a little bit too hot. I have to wait a little bit. Also, I'm sad because I'm using instant coffee right now because my my other coffee is no longer good. But hey, it's better than nothing. Also, I've never tried Sakura tea. I'm wondering if it's good. I don't like asking people if it's good because everybody has their own taste. So if she's drinking it, of course she thinks it's good. But yeah. I'm out of breath. You can take some tomorrow if I want. Yeah, we'll have to give you like the specific one that I like, but yeah. I guess if it's on sale, I can let you know which one to get tomorrow. I wanted to get some madrinas, but it's expensive. So, to add a context on that actually, I've contacted... Well, not contacted, but I've filled the form to try and partner with madrinas. It's gonna take a while before they come back to me. It can take up to 8 weeks, so yeah. Because they have a lot of people asking. In all honesty, I don't think that they're gonna accept partnering with me because my channel is very small. Even though we all, except for Raish, we all love coffee here. But they do have some amazing flavored coffee there. And I really, really wanted to buy some. But yeah, right now I'm broke. And also, 8 portion? Not enough. With the amount of coffee I drink, it's my life source. I need more than 8 portion. Come on. I need what Andy has. I need a huge gallon of that Madrina's coffee. Right, carefully putting down the mug so it doesn't fall, please. I have too much stuff on my side table. Alright. Does Moe like coffee too? Yeah, she does. She doesn't drink it as often as tea, but she does. But yeah, like I said, Madrinas has multiple type of coffee. But they have flavored coffee, and they even have how can I say that? Like type that is a little bit like G Fuel, I'd say. I don't know, because it's it was like blue raspberry flavor or something like that. I don't quite remember. And it doesn't have a coffee flavor, so it reminds me a little bit of the G Fuel powder, or the kind of powder that the other energy drink competitor use. But I don't know if it's the same thing. Because I was not really interested in that product, so that's why I didn't really check into it. I'm looking more at the coffee, because I'm a coffee addict. But yeah. Admitting it is the first step. I mean, I'm way less addicted than I used to, because in high school I was living on it. Now it's just, you know, I have coffee almost every day. Almost. But I only have 1 cup. If I see that it's affecting my sleep too much, I stop drinking coffee for like a week or so, but yeah. You're a coffee and tea boy? This is the same for me too. I drink tea too, but I drink mostly tea as a form of boba tea, which is worst. for you because it's full of sugar. But yeah. Yeah, like Adam Sandler. Sorry, what? Waterboy? That reference is so old that I can't even... I can't even understand it. I'm sorry. Also, no, I'm not gonna. Never mind. I'm not gonna get there. One of his first movie. Yeah, so no, I've watched Waterboy with someone that shall not be named. But it's been so long that I can't remember anything from the movie. Oh well. It was me. Well, is it me or most Adam Sandler movies kind of eh? You know, it's not bad, it's not good, it's just eh. It's okay. When you're a kid or a teen, they're fine. Yeah, yeah. I haven't watched one of his movies in so long that I can't really say if my argument stands now. If I'm gonna still think the same now, but yeah. They age like shit. Like a lot of things. Alright, so I was going where? I was going up for some weird reason. Alright. We'll trust the sign. Can I... Screw it. Screw the chest. Who needs chest, right? Not me.
Flame, protect us!
Rush Hour aged better? Excuse
the
me?
battle is truly joined.
We watched Rush Hour together and the whole time we were like, ooh, racist. Racism. So no, it did not age better. Why only one of them is... what?
I'll do my best.
You like those movies?
Let's do this!
Alright. I'm not gonna judge you. You have the right to. I mean, I do like Rush Hour, it's just that rewatching them now with the kind of
Let's do this!
society we live in and the awareness of it, is kind of, it makes things a little bit weird. You like them too until you rewatch them. Yeah, this is exactly what I'm saying.
Now then.
Now it's a bit uneasy.
Well then.
I also know that Raisha's been rewatching Daria.
Here I go!
Victory shall
I don't
be
remember
mine.
Daria enough to remember if it was offensive, I guess I could say, in a way. I know it was kind of ahead of its time back
My
then,
turn now.
but I don't know if now when you rewatch it, it's kind of weird.
My turn now.
Have at you.
I will admit that I maybe had more fun after a while because we were laughing at the yeah, at the blatant racist joke. The whole time that there was a racist joke, we're like, ooh, racism, racist, racist. But yeah, it's not okay. Like, not funny maybe, just differently entertaining. Yeah, it's weird. How so?
With each battle, I grow stronger.
I don't remember Daria enough to say anything. Ah no, my cup, it's gonna fall. Okay. Daria's full of very problematic characters and roles. I feel like they they try to make Daria so interesting that they dumb everybody around her. Oh yeah, Chuck. I do remember Chuck. Even back then, you know, like there's a lot of TV show that I watched where they had a lot of problematic things going on, and I didn't really notice them. You know, like the best example I have right now in mind is I'm sorry, I'm trying to drink at the same time. Give me a second. Yummy, good coffee. Alright. I guess the best example I can give is back with the card captor Sakura. The fact that one of her friend, Sakura's friend, is in love and fairly openly in relationship with her teacher. And back then, in my head, it was just normal. You know? I didn't see anything wrong going on.
There is no choice.
But for some reason,
Let's do
or
this.
Chuck, in Daria, I always knew from the get-go that something was wrong with him. I was always very uncomfortable every time that he would say something. And always like, I feel dirty and uncomfortable and not okay. But I was not mentally evolved enough, I guess I could say, to really understand why I was uncomfortable about it. And why I felt kind of dirty every time he opened his mouth and made a very disgusting comment. But yeah. To be fair, the show's written from Daria's perspective, so it's like it's kind of like it's her perception, and she's judging everyone while we're watching the show. True, but having everyone be dumb, I don't know. It feels weird. Feels very weird.
I'll not be defeated.
Even Daria is very snob and elitist, but at the same time everyone else is just so much worse than her. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Oh, there's only 4 left on the cleric? Okay, I need to be careful on that one. We'll keep it for
Let
a
your
boss.
wounds be healed.
She's justifying her way too. I don't know.
My turn now.
Like I said, back in the day I was not mentally... I hate to say mentally evolved, but it's the only way I can explain to really understand things. I just thought like, oh, Daria is so cool and everybody sucks. They're so dumb. And now... Mentally mature, thank you. And now... I watched the show. Well, last time I watched the show was, what, like... a few years ago. I'd say like maybe 5 years ago, I don't know. And even then I was like, I don't know about it. Like Daria... I used to love Daria, but now she kind of... The way she is... I don't really like it anymore. I don't like the attitude of I'm better than everyone. So I'm to a point where now I hate everyone. I like Jane, but still, you know, I have moments where I'm like, I don't know.
The battle is truly
Well then. Here I go! Ah! Let's do this!
If everyone was that shallow and or dumb, I'd probably think and act like Daria too. I think everybody would act like Daria. To some extent. The relationship between Jane and Daria is interesting though. True. And they are likable. True.
Now then.
My turn
But
now.
looking at Daria's
Well
attitude
then.
with a better understanding of what's going on, I'm kind of...
I'll
I don't
not
know.
be defeated.
I'm not really into it anymore. I'm not liking Daria as much. I like the show, but the character itself, I'm like,
Victory shall be
I don't like
mine.
how you think you're better than everyone when truth is,
Let's do this.
you know, like yes, you might be smart, but I don't know.
Here I go.
I just want to put Quinn, Brittany, Kevin on mute. Yes, yes. Oh God, yes. I can't.
Now then.
Especially because, not only because they're dumb, but also because Quinn and Brittany's voice is annoying as hell.
My turn now.
At some point, you just, you can't anymore. Can you die,
Oh,
please?
sacred light.
Good God. Good God.
Now then.
You're just a regular
Well
dude.
then. Here I go.
Like, okay, she's opening her mouth. That will definitely have zero added value. But if you're watching it, it's fine. That's so mean.
What to do? How is that?
Oh well. Where was I going with that? I think I was going this way, I'm not sure. I think I'm moving away from... Okay. From the ice. That's so mean, tell me I'm wrong. You're not wrong, but it's still mean.
I will battle.
It aged a little less well than undergrads, for example. True, but undergrads is not as old as Daria. So I guess maybe because of that, you know, has an advantage.
I'll not be defeated.
It ended in 21 though. I know, but the year it started is not the same as undergrads. God, she sucks in here.
Victory shall be mine.
Well then.
At the same time, I'm
Victory shall
wondering,
be mine.
did Daria improve through the years? Or did it kind of stay the same?
What to do? Let's do this.
Victory shall be mine.
Well then.
It would make
I'll do
sense.
my best.
Like I
The
said, I haven't
battle is
watched it in a
truly
while,
joined.
so I can't really talk because I don't quite remember it. It's not like undergrads, you know. Undergrads, I watch it every year, so I remember the episode pretty darn well.
Here I go. It's my turn now.
I'm spending way too
The
much time
battle
on
is
these
truly-
battles. Dear God,
My turn now.
time to fast forward
My
a
turn
little.
now. I'll not be defeated.
Victory. Now then. With each battle, I grow stronger.
There we go. Especially because this map is not that high. Oh, thunder. I don't really know why I'm struggling
There
so
is
much.
no choice.
Now then, out of my way! Ah!
Let's do this. I'll not be defeated.
The battle is truly joined.
What to do? Thank you.
Oh wow.
Well then.
Now then.
Can you please die?
Let's do this.
Oh god.
My turn.
Ask nicely.
Here I go.
Now then.
I'll do my best.
Now then.
I'll not. Here I go.
Victory.
Here.
There we go.
Time to close up shop.
I'm kind of wondering what's gonna happen also with the spin-off of Daria. Was with Jodie, if I remember? Because we didn't really get a lot of news about it. Sorry, where am I going? I'll assume it's that way.
Open for business.
It's a movie now, apparently?
Now
Really?
then.
Alright. That's kind of disappointing.
I'll not be defeated.
I was kind of hoping to see Daria in the spin-off, even though it's more about Jodie. But now that it's a movie, I don't think it's gonna happen, really. Or if it
The
does, it's
battle
gotta be
is
really
truly
brief.
joined.
My turn now. I'll do my best.
Ow.
The battle is truly joined.
I'm having trouble with my chat. Give me a second, guys. Okay. Alright.
What to do? Here I go.
Now then.
Oh wow. No miss even though she's blinded.
Here I go.
That's pretty good.
Now then. Have at you.
Down with Philia.
What to do? You got more than
You don't give a
bargained
damn about
for.
that blindness. Am I... Difficulty 7, so... I feel like I am... turning around and around and around. Okay, no, I'm good. Alright. Cyrus! I'm here for your butt! God damn it.
Step right up.
What the fuck, Piggy?
Here I go.
He has a perm! It's a shaggy meat! A shaggy. It's a shaggy pig! Oh god.
Well then.
Have at you.
Shagging.
The battle is truly joined.
A shig? Sorry, what?
I'll not be defeated.
Shaggy pig.
Do?
Have at you.
My turn now.
Okay.
My turn now.
Ow.
Have at you. My blade is
I'll do my best. Let's do this. Nice try. I'll not be defeated.
The battle is truly joined.
Here I go.
69,
Thank
nice.
you.
God damn it. Not nice enough. I'm actually wondering if I boost and use the collect on him, is it just gonna boost the luck? Or is it also gonna boost the amount of money I'm collecting?
Out of my way!
Here I go.
'Cause I know it boosts the chance.
Thank you.
That was a waste.
Well then. My turn now.
Have at you. Out of my way!
69.
I'll not be defeated.
Excuse me, you heal? How
What
dare
to
you?
do?
Now then.
I'll not. Here I go.
Victory!
There you go.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
My god. That's a long way to go in. Nice. Already room temperature. Alright. Excuse me, what? Ingredient used in a dish for the king. I'm gonna take a wild guess here that this is an important item for a quest. So, gimme. Sorry for the chair. It's the nerd down. Excuse me, what? The nerd down. Speed. Sure. I could use some sleep. a town for nerds. Does this mean it's your hometown, Raish? How many do I have? I only have one? Let me get 5 more. Why do you think I started size? Sheesh. Odds and ends. I don't trust a little kid.
Oh, yes!
Oh, shut up. I don't want to talk to you. Right. 1,230.
Thanks so much!
Fuck off! Can I... Oh no! No! The game! Oh no, the game is crashing! Oh no! What happened? No, the bitch ripped me off. Hey Shadow Wolf, how you doing? It's a mogul! I need my coffee, guys. I'm slowly waking up. Exhausted? Sorry. How come? Did you blah. Sorry, brain. How come? Did you just arrive from work or something? It's a nice price drop. No, it's not a price drop, Raish. I bought it for $1,330. It's sold for $700. So I make no profit out of it. She's actually stealing my money. Alright, once again, assume that's a quest item because of the shiny thing. Alright. Especially that right now I need my money to... Excuse me, my god. To buy things? Let's give a very good thing to Ophelia, because right now she sucks. Yes. Thank you. Ooh, that could be nice. But we're getting Cyrus soon, so should I wait? I'll wait a little bit. How do I talk to him? Okay, there you go. Armor, iron axe. Just in case. Not work, I just got back from mom's house, spent the day cleaning and packing up stuff and hope to put it up for sale soon. Okay. mild medicinal component of large volume. I don't understand what I just read. Wait, is he in the palace? I thought he was outside. Oh, he's right there. Okay. Max HP. I really want him to be like the giant tank. Alright, do I have time to do Cyrus' story? I think I do. I have about an hour. Yes. I think I know now who stole that tome. Perhaps I should go have a little chat with him. Just to make sure we all understand one another. His name is Cyrus, and he is a scholar. This is Asseldam, nestled in the fertile plain of the flatland, not the fatland, the flatlands. The flat one. It is home to the Royal Academy, where many of the scholars studies night and day, to bring the light of knowledge to the royal families. Family, singular, and to all the realm. He passes his day... Sorry, what? I got distracted. That flatland. He passes his days in the halls of the great library, devouring tomes to his heart's content. It is in that library where he learns of a grievous thief, Bless you, Raish. Certain that one of his fellow scholars is the culprit, Cyrus sets out alone to confront the man. In his shadowy subterranean study, sorry about that, he will need wise allies on the path he has chosen. Canadian. Okay. We had a praise not too long, would be easy to put up for based on the market of the region. Don't know the size or anything, but I think that's more than reasonable. There's a house in Canada under 200k, what? Yes, because it's not in Montreal. And probably not in Toronto, I'll assume. Because Toronto is also another place that sells very, very high. Ouch. Toronto is worse than Montreal. Yeah, I know. It's. I read about it. Vancouver is the worst of all three. Oh, I didn't know about this one though. I didn't know Vancouver was worse.
And so it was that Atlasdam was founded some 2 centuries ago.
I only read and heard about Toronto, not Vancouver.
Indeed, our fair city-state is among the longest standing on the continent of Austera.
Is it me or Cyrus is only teaching to womans? Does he have 2 wives? He's a player.
But there was another city-state with a history as long and proud as our own that came to a tragic ruin only 8 short years ago. Now, who can tell me its
crush on
name?
him? I mean, no wonder.
How about you, Therese?
I think it was...
The house is I have no idea how big that is. Every time someone gives me measurements, I'm like, okay. But how big? And like, well, that big. I'm like, no, you don't know what I mean. I mean, like, is it as big as a mall or smaller? And they look at me as if I'm an idiot. It's like, is it like half a mall? Is it like, I don't know, as big as one? They're like, what the fuck, girl?
Now. No need to
One
get
of
all
them thinks
flustered.
it's more than teacher-student relationship, which gives them trouble. Okay.
There's no shame in not knowing an answer, so long as you have a desire to learn.
At the same time, I feel like... I don't really know Sai's story, but I feel like if you see the same person every day and it's kind of the only person that you see that cares about you, you kind of start thinking that you're in love with the person when in fact you're not really. It's just because you're too often with them and can't see outside. So maybe that's what's going on. Maybe one of them only sees Cyrus every day and because of that thinks that she's in love with him because he's kind of caring. Cyrus is too much into books to even care. The engineer problem? Sorry, what? I'm not sure I follow.
The answer is in your textbook. Go on now, look it up.
Yes, Professor. Let's see. I believe it was Hornburg.
In a room of 40 engineer, there's one girl, and really she would be a 3 or 4. But because she's the only girl, every man is after her. Is that what you mean? Is that your point? But because she's the only girl in the room, she shoots to a 7 or 8. I would love that if that would be the case. Jesus. I'm tired of people telling me that I'm a 6. Or worst. There's a guy that, at best, at very, very best, he's a 5. And he told me that I'm a 4, and I'm like, how freaking dare you? I know I'm not the prettiest, but come on. I'm not a 4. I'm what you'd call the picture perfect of the word average. I'm very, very average.
That is correct. Hornburg was ruled over by a royal family, said to be descended from priests of an ancient and long-forgotten religion. On the other hand, our fair Atlasdam was founded by one of the original clans that inhabited the Flatlands. Who can tell me how many clans lived in the Flatlands at the time? Your Highness?
I'm sorry, one of them is a... I'll assume she's a princess. I'm not gonna say a queen. Because Highness? I'm not sure. But what? I don't like this relationship
the
here.
histories have it that 8 clans did live in the Flatlands in those days.
Uh-oh. Who's the other one then?
You are, Your Highness. It was a
Excuse
time
me.
of great strife here in the Flatlands as the 8 clans waged a long and bitter war.
God, this is gonna be
Change
another
would come
long,
when the
boring
armies of
chapter,
Grandport
isn't it?
invaded these lands some 2 centuries ago. At the time, the rulers of Grandport sought to exert their influence over territories inland. Ironically, this compelled the warring tribes to put aside their differences and unite against their common foe. Oh, but look at the time. We'll pick up where we left off next time.
Okay.
Don't forget to read chapters 3 and 4 before our next lecture. And be prepared to answer questions on any of the material within.
Yes, Professor. Thank you for another most stimulating lecture, Professor Albright.
Dear God. Alright, who's in love with him? Which one of the two girls is in love with him?
Hello?
Why why is she saying it that way? I know, right? It's not just me. I thought it was just in my head, but guess not. Ah, Professor Albright. The studies from the Royal Library came by with a message for you. Seems today's your lucky day. You've been granted permission to enter the special archives.
Splendid!
Finally, I can begin my research. The library is just outside the palace. I'd best make haste. God, I feel like this is gonna be a long chapter. Uh-oh. What have I done? Night.
Greetings! No,
Shush. I saw a chest on the other side.
Oh,
Please don't be a stalker. Professor...
Professor Albright.
I'm pretty sure he saw... What's her name? Therese? Whatever. Oh, thank heavens! You're still here. I thought I had missed you.
Your Highness.
What can I do for you, Your Highness?
The truth of the matter is,
If you can spare the time, I had a question about something we learned today.
But of course!
The way he said it, what the fuck? But of course, Your Highness. It would be my pleasure to answer anything.
Mm-hmm.
After all, my role as your tutor is as important to me as any of my research. Unfortunately, I cannot spare much time. Is the question a quick one?
indeed.
Yes, Professor. It will not take long. I was just wondering about the ancient religion of Hornburg. Pray tell, what did they worship?
Very astute of you.
Why do you care? A very astute question, Your Highness. However, I fear that nearly all the texts detailing the nature of the religion were burned and lost when Hornburg fell. Wait, isn't that the town that what's his face? Alberic came from? That got destroyed from his friend? It won't take long 12 hours later. Uh-oh. Maybe. I see. A shame that...
The truth is...
I do, however, have a theory of my own. I believe that the royal family of Hornburg were guardians of an ancient power. Mind you, this is not at all speculation. My theory is based on the fact that... Okay.
Oh,
Is she jealous? Coffee, 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 coffee. I need you. She's being left out. Well, she's a dumb one who stayed hidden. She could have just been like, "Hey, Professor, how you doing?" and then go into the conversation. Let us continue the discussion another time. My apologies for keeping you, Professor. Ooh, that felt weird in my mouth.
With pleasure.
No need for apologies. And it will be my pleasure, Your Highness. What the fuck? That felt... Ow. Oh well. I think my nerve in my mouth is getting squished. Oh well. I have like a weird sensation on the left side of my bottom left side of my mouth. Sorry about that, guys. As we were. That such question occur to you is a sign of a sharp and curious mind.
Why, thank you.
Your lectures on the history of the realm are most fascinating to me. For if I do not learn of her past, how can I hope to lead my people to a bright future?
Indeed.
A most admirable philosophy, Your Highness. The people of this land are truly fortunate to be led by one of such wisdom and kindness. It's annoying, sorry. Ugh. As I am truly fortunate to have the opportunity to serve this in some small way. If I can't speak anymore, it's because half of my mouth just went numb. And I can't articulate. You guys will know. I don't know, that's why I say I feel like, am I having a stroke? No, I feel... Okay, here's the thing. I have my wisdom teeth that is stuck inside my gum, but the way that it's growing is going sideways. Quite literally sideways. And the reason why I didn't got it removed is because right on top of it I have a nerve. So if they touch the nerve in any way, it can remove feelings and paralyze like part of my jaw. And from time to time, not always, but from time to time I feel kind of a little bit of a pain and pressure on that side, exactly where the tooth is. And it gets kind of weird. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it feels tender and then I kind of lose feelings. It never lasts for long, but you know, it feels like my tooth may be putting a little bit of pressure on the nerve or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's what's going on right now. That's why it feels really weird. But yeah. I'm not having a stroke, don't worry, I'm good. So it would be very delicate surgery to remove it then? Yeah, I don't really know how to be able to remove it. Last time that I talked about it to a dentist, he said that I need to do a 3D scan so you can figure it out a way to do the surgery. And I just never went to get the 3D scan because the whole thing just scared the hell out of me. Like, he removed one of my wisdom teeth that was placed in a way that it was very easy for him to remove. And I almost passed out because he was not careful whatsoever. And now we're talking about a surgery that would be even more problematic, so I'm even more worried. So yeah. We have so many medical operations to do on you. Yeah, I know. So yeah, I'm very wary. So that's why I just keep pushing it, which I probably shouldn't. But yeah. You know, usually when you get not necessarily a tooth removed, but whenever you go to see the dentist, they kind of ask you how you're feeling and making sure that, oh, if you feel anything or any discomfort or whatever, just let me know. Like, my pressure dropped so intensely that I was shaking, I was super cold, and I was dizzy, and it showed on my face that I was about to pass out, and they didn't care. As if, like, I was playing the drama queen or something. And even after I was not feeling well, like Rach saw it, it was like, oh, poor Frosty. It's like, I'm not acting. Like, my pressure dropped so intensely that I can't control my body. I'm cold and I'm about to pass out and not wake up. That's why I'm really terrified of having this surgery that is even more complicated being done. Me think you need to shop around for a better and more competent dentist. The one I had before, I really loved them because they really were careful and really, you know, they kept asking me how I'm doing, making sure I was always comfortable, that everything was fine. But the problem is that they can't do the kind of surgery I need to remove that tooth. I need a specialist for that. And finding a specialist and knowing if you're okay with that specialist is kind of complicated. It's like, I feel like the only way you know that you're okay with that specialist is by having them doing the stuff to you. Well, that sounds very bad. But doing that surgery to you and then be like, oh, okay, I was okay. Or, no, I was not okay. But by the time that you're not okay, it's already too late. So, I don't know.
Ah!
Oh dear, I'm running late.
Good day.
Pray do not forget your assignment, Your Highness. Also, I just made this chapter way longer than it should. I'm sorry. Of course, Professor. Therese, seriously, you should have left and talked to them. Come on. Now you just look like
Therese.
a creep. Oh, hello there, Therese. Girl.
Yes? Do you have a question for me?
You have a question for me as well?
No.
Finding a specialist with good bedside manner and caring for their patient can be difficult for sure. Yeah. Especially I don't really know if there's a lot in Montreal. So if I have to go outside of Montreal, it makes things even more complicated because we don't have a car. I'm sure I could probably like ask my father or something, but still I don't want to bother anyone. So I don't know. I mean, no. Good day, Professor. Oh, okay.
Hmm?
Your dentist is top notch. Yeah, but I don't think your dentist is a specialist. I don't think they can actually do that kind of surgery, can they? If it's just superficial, like the tooth is already out or something, then anybody can pretty much do it. But because it's still inside the gum and growing literally sideways, it makes it way more complicated. And under a nerve, it's even worse. Sheesh. Attitude.
It's me, Cyrus.
Good day, Mercedes. Cyrus Albright, here to browse the special archives. That is way too many books. Dear God. How did he reach the book up top? Dear Lord. Mostly orthodontists and dentistry, but that kind of problem requires a full-on operation. Yeah. Oh, Professor Albright. You're looking quite eager today. I'm sorry, I'm trying to just steamroll this story because I don't want to spend too much time on the first chapter for everyone. When I heard that an original copy of The Church of the Flame, a complete history. That's how you write history? Sure, complete history had been donated to our archive. I simply had to be the first to see it.
I see.
You're more on top of her collection than I am. Just sign here.
With pleasure.
Ha ha ha! Give me everything. There's something amiss.
Actually,
For someone known as the most brilliant mind in the Royal Academy. When you talk about books, you're as giddy as a schoolboy. Okay. He has the right to have hobbies and passions. Sheesh. Most dentists will have the equipment in their office. For this kind of surgery, they would need to book an OR at a nearby hospital. That and I don't also think... let me repeat that. That I also don't think that they have the training, the proper training to be able to do it. So that's why usually they won't do it. Cyrus is in his popular phase. Are you jealous, Raish? Alright, when you put it that way, yes. Much as a child is fascinated by a new toy. You are, Cyrus? In some ways, true. Also, I need to blow my nose. Sorry about that. I had a surprise sneeze. And I think Moy is not happy about the fact that you're comparing yourself to Cyrus and saying that you're in your popular phase. Moy is jealous. Alright. Titillated? I think that's how you say it. Titillated? Whatever. But the prospect of acquiring new knowledge.
I see.
I remember back a few years ago, my regular dentist refused to pull out one of my last wisdom teeth because I was on blood thinner, so I was referred to a specialist. Yeah, that's a problem I have also. I'm not on blood thinner, but my blood is very, very clear. It's like water. Water! And like the first tooth that was pulled out, after 15 hours, no joke, I was still bleeding. And the doctor was like, well, you know, you need to wait until you don't bleed anymore to eat. I was like, girl, it's been 15 hours, I'm starving. Give me that pudding. I don't give a fuck if it tastes like blood. The last one I had to fight with the second, because I changed dentist after that, so for the second tooth I had to fight the dentist to be able to have sutures. Because the whole time I was like, well, we don't do that usually, like, you don't need that. I was like, dude, just do it. It's not gonna close, it's not gonna... Just do it. And it's like, well, you know, it's not normal, just do it! And after 5 minutes of fighting him, he finally caved and did it, but yeah. He was kind of annoyed. Except my books are all PC related. Well, they're not all PC related, Raish. I saw your books. You bought a lot of hentais. Don't bullshit me. You bought as many hentai as I have yaois. If you can't heal, that's bad news, yo. I promise that it's not because I kept cutting her. My nails are now cut and filed. I remember to say I'm focused on PC related stuff. Sure. I think... you know, I saw someone coming in and coming out real quick. I think they got traumatized by me calling out Raish about his hentai. I think you have way more yaois. True, true. Every year I buy a bunch of yaois at conventions, but I don't think we're gonna go to conventions anymore, so QQ. I'm gonna cry. Right, the expression on your face says it all. Like in my case, I'd say 95% of my book are yaois. The rest is just bad series. Please don't judge me. Actually, no. 90% are yaois because I did receive. I did got the series Helsing from my brother. He had the books and he gave it to me during New Year. So yeah, bad series like Mortal Instrument, Twilight, etc. Exactly, and Fallen, which is just as bad. So yeah. And the thing is, I didn't even read the Twilight and Fallen books. I started reading the Mortal Instruments, but not the other two. Like, I read Fallen. I read the first chapter of Fallen, and it was so badly written that I gave up. Alright, I need to focus on this, otherwise I'm gonna end up at 11 again. It's already 10:16, guys. I have 15 minutes to finish that chapter. Alright. Anyway, everything seems to be in order. Enjoy your quest for knowledge, Professor.
Many thanks.
Hey, thanks, my dear. I mostly will. Alright, let's try to hurry this a little bit. If there's useless text, I might skip. Because, I want to be done. Oh, Hod. The tome is nowhere to be found. Thank you, Raid. I just got the message from Raid that my team is ready. Cool. Did someone return it to the wrong shelf? Not here either.
An interesting dilemma.
These archives are strictly guarded and curated. Wherever could it have gone?
Professor Albright!
Oh my god, that voice. The headmaster will see you at once. Of all the time to... Sorry. Of all the time to... Oh well. Might I ask of you a favor? Yes. What might that be?
The truth is...
The toe I mentioned before seems to have gone missing. Could you locate it for me?
I see.
Missing? Huh. I'll begin looking at once, Professor.
Many thanks.
My dear. She's just gonna stare in the corner the whole time.
Cyrus Albright, by your request, sir.
Do enter.
Yvon, really? That's his name? Yvon? Sorry, I'm judging.
My apologies for summoning you on such short notice.
Also, the person on the portrait looks evil.
How might I be of assistance, Headmaster?
That treatise on arcane studies you published.
Yvon mange de la
What in
chenoute,
the
really?
gods' names were you thinking?
Really, Raish? Really? Come on.
Sir? I do believe I made my hypothesis perfectly clear.
I'm not talking about your hypothesis. You went out of your way to cite one of the texts in our special archives. The knowledge housed in those tomes is the Royal Academy's greatest treasure.
Okay.
It is not to be divulged to the public at your whim. Laying it bare in one of your silly papers is out of the question.
I am fully
So
aware of the
okay to
value of
share?
those tomes, Headmaster. It is for that very reason I would share the knowledge with my peers.
I feel like because it's kind of controversial, he doesn't want people to know about it, to not give quote unquote like bad ideas or the wrong ideas or try to brainwash the masses. I don't know. Yvonne of the Yukon. Dear God, that's an old show.
You are to share nothing. That wisdom is for the Academy and the Academy alone.
But that goes against everything.
Enough, Cyrus!
Keep people like
Even
sheep.
my best argument is sure to fall on deaf ears.
It's easier to manipulate.
The Headmaster sees knowledge as a medal or precious stone. Something to be
I mean-
appreciated by its rightful owner alone.
It worked for a lot of religion. Sorry, I'll shut up now. I don't wanna insult anyone.
Knowledge is power, and power is to be hoarded. An unfortunate attitude, indeed. My sincere apologies, Headmaster. It won't happen again. Is there anything else you need of me?
That is all. You may go. Wait, there was one last thing.
Sir?
I heard the Special Archives will be closing early today. If you have research to do there, I would do so quickly.
Good gods. It's as if he enjoys watching me suffer. Thank you for your concern, Headmaster. In that case, I'll be on my way.
I think he's evil. Oops, sorry. I just smashed my controller on the desk.
Enter.
I think he's just evil. He's gotta be a boss or
Excuse me.
something. Headmaster? Why
What's
is
the
she
matter?
there? Excuse me. Yes? What is it, Therese? Excuse me, my god. It's about Professor Albright, sir. What are you gonna do? I feel like her jealousy is gonna put him in trouble. Yeah.
Can I help you?
Ah, Professor Albright.
A moment of your time.
Did you have any luck finding the tome?
My apologies.
I'm afraid not.
Say it is not so.
Well, this is most unfortunate. One might conclude that it had been stolen.
Actually,
Professor, taking books out of these archives is strictly forbidden. Say it's not so, I will not go. Really, Rish? Really? You wanna go there? And as you know, the key to the vault are entrusted to only a select few. Quite honestly, it would be easier to steal the crown off the king's head.
Aho!
An impregnable vault, a disappearing tome. It seems we have quite the mystery on our hands. And the mysteries of the world are meant to be solved. Or so the scholar in me says. Will you not agree? If it had been stolen, I would say it's a job for the city guard. But I can see you won't let it go until you've cracked the case, as it were. He's not a scholar, he's a detective. Inspector Gadget!
indeed.
You could say that indeed. A habit I just can't seem to break. Once a puzzle is placed before me, I simply cannot rest until I've worked out a solution.
I see.
Well, far be it from me to stand in your way. It must be tough being a genius.
Leave it to me.
I'll not deny it. Worry not. The tome will be back on the shelf before you can bat an eyelash. I bought a few. I've bought a few, and it's still not there.
Take care.
Right. Thanks. Best of luck in your search.
Time to do some research.
And the game is afoot. Let the games begin! Now, where to begin my search? I suppose I should inquire with Mercedes as to where the key to the library is. The key of the library are stored. The guard at the front door would know who has been frequenting the library lately, as might my fellow scholars. Then mayhap I should pay the headmaster a visit as well. I already know. You keep pestering me with it. Let's see now. Testimony. Of course I've got a key to the archive. And no, I wasn't sleeping. I was resting my eyes. That's sleeping, dude. It's sleeping. But even if I was sleeping, you were sleeping. Why would it matter? What kind of fool would bother seeing a worthless tome anyway? Most intriguing. Okay. I don't see how intriguing that is, but alright. Not convincing, dude. Let's see now. Once in charge of protecting the king, this guard suffered a serious leg injury and was since transferred to a calmer post inside the grounds. Though the injury healed long ago, he hasn't mentioned it to anyone and enjoys the serenity of his new post. A hidden item, okay. Nice. Press X to down the guard. Let's see now. No items or individuals that passed through the palace gates escaped this guard's notice. Rumor has it, however, that his dedication is not rooted in any sort of loyalty, but is rather born of the desire to perpetuate and protect his own unscrupulous business of selling trinkets to collectors of royal mementos. That's intriguing. Alright. Maybe inside the palace? Alright. The eldest son in a family that has served the king for generations. He takes pride in his job as a guard and would risk his life to protect the king and his palace. This loyalty has earned him the king's utmost trust. There's a hidden item somewhere. There it is. Chest! Oh my god! So many chests. How could I have missed that? Right, I didn't check the palace yet. I just left. Alright, kid. What do you know? I don't trust you. A young boy who sneaked into the palace to steal valuables. Knew it! He sells his spoils to provide a life for himself and has yet to be caught. Well, I mean... fail? In actuality, the queen has already noticed, but has turned a blind eye to his action. A buckler? Alright. Nobody? Alright. The son of the prominent family in Esseldam, and one of the guards responsible for protecting the throne room. Rather than earning his post, however, it was granted to him as he has no merits of his own. Alright. Ouch. That was the chair. Search everywhere for free shit. Well, right now I'm trying to find information, but yeah, sure. Gives me free shit at the same time, so why not? Born in the slum of the coastlands, this guard was recognized for his skill and now protects the throne room. Despite holding the same position, he is ridiculed by the other guards simply for his origins. That is terrible. Causing tensions between the two. Some people, I swear. Like, what the fuck? He actually earned this place, so why do you ridicule him? It's not like the other dude right next to him that has absolutely no merits. Sheesh. People, I swear. It's not harsh! The information said that the other guy had no merits. I'm just repeating the words. How do I get that item? Sorry, what? Oh, going up. I'm dumb. Excuse you. There you go. Born and raised in Esseldam, this old widow now visits the place every day in memory of her late husband. Even after she passes, she wishes to be by her husband's side, just like the relief of the king and queen in the Academy's library. Alright. Kinda weird, but alright. Can you recruit her? She's like super OP. Probably. I'll check her before leaving the place. Worst case scenario, just remind me to check her. Usually old people in this game are ridiculously OP. Testimony. You know full well I have a key to the special archives, and that I would never be so foolish as to let it fall into the wrong hands. In any event, I have had no reason, there we go, to peruse those tomes in quite some time. Okay. I'm still wondering if I should do the side quest on stream in general, so like reserve a stream just for side quests, or I do it off stream. Because I've gathered a few, and I know I'm gonna get even more after his chapter. I didn't talk to people here. Testimony. The key of the archives. Oh, I haven't got that. But I'm not surprised someone stole a tome, considering what they're worth. I've gambling debt myself, so I understand the temptation. You're not really clearing your name here, sir. Only Headmaster Yvon. Ivan? In French it's Yvon. I don't know in English how you say it, but Yvon. And the guard stationed outside should have a key to the library archive. Okay. Well, you have some things to do first before side quests. True, but it doesn't mean that I can't, like, teleport back and do a few side quests. So that should be all the information I need to solve the case. Who possessed key to the archive? The headmaster.
But of course!
Of course! It all makes sense now. There are only two keys to the archives. One belonging to the headmaster and one to the guardsman's. Whose keys was used to unlock the archives? I think it was the headmaster's. I don't trust him.
Not exactly.
No, that simply doesn't add up. Let me consider this. Oh, I guess not. The guards? I guess so. The headmaster's key is safely locked away in his office. Furthermore, he hasn't visited the archives lately. So he says. Doesn't mean it's true. On the other hand, the guard has been acting suspiciously of late, even sleeping while on active duty.
Oh.
That's suspicious? To sleep during your duty? Okay. Sorry. It would be all too easy to task a lift. It would be all too easy a task to lift the key off his person. So is it possible that the guard is our man?
No.
No, he would have no motives. I'm officially off. I'm officially overtime. I'm sorry, guys. The culprit must be someone who understands the true value of the tome. Look at the guy that has gambling debt, maybe? I don't know, because he seemed to know how much it's worth. Which is to say, one of my colleagues. Called it! And most likely, one who has accrued a frightful gambling debt.
Which means that...
Put it all together, and our villain is... this guy.
Yes.
Indubitably. That shifty scholar Russell! Why can't we have Phoenix Wright music here? Because copyright? Some turnabout would be great. Objection! Yes, I dare say my logic is foolproof.
Shall we begin?
Excuse me. Now all that remains is to find our man and make him confess to the crime. Word has... Sorry, I keep burping. Terribly sorry, guys. Word has it he's been doing his research underground these days. Suspicious? That is very sus. And I'm still the what the fuck about Matthias earlier. I'm sorry, guys. There's something with him. Like, what the fuck? I think it's time I did some field work of my own. My mind can't get off of Matthias. So I have taken it upon myself to investigate this suspicious scholar. Interested in coming along? Are you? It seems you have quite the curious streak yourself. But of course mysteries exist only to be solved. After all, it is of utmost importance to remember that. Ah, but there I go again. Don't let me talk your ear off, but I will be glad for your help. Let's get right to business then. No doubt we'll find Russell in his laboratory down below. Alright, should I push it and finish that chapter, or do I do it on the next stream? Which will be Friday. You also have a staff? Oh god. I'm gonna have 2 people with staff. That's bad. Wow. You know, I'm actually playing that music in the background. It made it so much more epic. I took matters into my own hands. You're so close to the end of the chapter, honestly, but if you don't feel like it, yeah, but he used Cyrus for his magic. He's a master of elements. I'm at the end. Oops, sorry. I'm at the end of the chapter here, of this chapter, but I mean, it's gonna take a little bit because I need to go through the library place. Well, this place, not the library, but the study, and then kill the boss. Which I don't know how long the boss will take me. So I think we're gonna take this back on the next stream, guys. I'm already overtime. I don't want to go too overtime like yesterday. Because if I go through this, I'm gonna end beyond, like, after 11. For sure. So, yeah. So I'm gonna reserve that for next stream. Let's see. Let's see who's currently live, shall we? Right, who is live right now? Mommy's live. Oh my god, guys, Mommy's gonna play Octopath Traveler too. That is perfect. And it's a sponsor stream, so I'm gonna go help her out. Let's go help her, Mommy, shall we? Gotta help Mommy Silvervale. That's not how you raid, you doofus. Talking to myself, sorry. You don't wanna? Then I'm sad. Given that the boss can be done solo and now you have a full party, it should be a breeze. I don't know if it adjusts itself or not, depending on depending on the level and the amount of people that is in the team. Cause the other boss I could say the same, and they were kind of a pain. So I don't know. Not a pain, but they were long. They were a little bit long. Alright guys, so I'm gonna send you to Mommy Silver. And I will see you all guys Wednesday, hopefully, because I'm working Monday, so I hope that it's not gonna kill me. But yeah, I'll try my best and stream Wednesday. So on this, hope you have an amazing rest of the weekend. Take care everyone, and hope you guys will enjoy also Octopath Traveler 2. Alright guys, see you all next time. Bye bye! Kitty Sam.